clipboard, and went to work. For the next 2 days, he walked around, studying the hundreds of dials and gauges in the control room, taking notes and making calculations. At the end of the second day, he took out a black felt marker out of his pocket, climbed up on a ladder, and put a large black X on one of the gauges. "This is the problem," he explained. "Repair and replace the apparatus connected to this meter, and the problem will be solved." He then took off his white smock, drove back to the airport, and flew home. The engineers disassembled the apparatus and discovered that, sure enough, that was the cause of the problem. It was soon repaired, and the plant was back up to full capacity. About a week later, the plant manager received a bill from the consultant for $10,000 for services rendered. The plant manager was surprised at the size of the bill, even though this was a multi-billion-dollar facility and the problem had been costing an enormous amount of money in lost generating capacity. After all, he reasoned, the consultant had come in, stood around for a couple of days, written a black X on one of the gauges, and then returned home. $10,000 seemed like a high fee for such a simple job. The plant manager wrote back to the consultant, "We've received your bill. Could you please break down and itemize your charges? It seems that all you did was to write one X on a single gauge. $10,000 seems to be excessive for this amount of work." Some days later, the plant manager received a new invoice from the consultant. It said, "For placing X on gauge, $1. For knowing which gauge to place X on, $9,999. This simple story illustrates the most important single principle of success, achievement, and happiness in life. Knowing where to put the X in each part of your life is the critical determinant of everything you accomplish. The X is your focal point. This is the one thing you can do in that area at any given moment to get the best result possible. Your ability to choose the correct time, place, and activity to place your X on has a greater impact on your life than any other factor. In this program, you will learn a practical, proven, and powerful process that you can apply in every area of your life to achieve better, faster, easier results than you ever imagined possible. Just as the sun's rays, focused through a magnifying glass, can create intense heat and fire, your intelligence and abilities, focused and concentrated on a few key activities, can enable you to accomplish much more than the average person can, and in far less time. Just as the focused energy in a laser beam cuts through steel, your ability to choose the most vital element of any situation will enable you to perform at extraordinary levels in any endeavor. This program answers some of the key questions you probably ask yourself regularly. How can I get control of my time and my life? How can I achieve maximum success in my career and still achieve balance in my relationships and my personal life? How can I have it all and still be happy and fulfilled? We're living today in perhaps the best time in human history. There have never been more opportunities and possibilities for more people to accomplish more of their goals. The level of affluence has never been higher. The average lifespan has never been longer. The number of options available to you has never been greater. And the world situation in terms of peace and prosperity has never been more stable. Meanwhile, the explosion of knowledge and technology in the last few years, combined with the increasing intensity of competition in all fields, has accelerated the rate of change. More and more, you have too much to do and too little time. Your responsibilities and obligations seem to pile up. There are never enough hours in the day. You may be earning more money and doing better than you ever have done before, but you often feel overwhelmed with the demands of your job and your personal life. You may be working harder today than ever before, yet you're getting less and less satisfaction and enjoyment from what you do. This program gives you the solution to these unavoidable challenges of modern life. Focal Point is based on more than 25 years of personal experience in business. This first-hand knowledge has been combined with extensive research into the habits and behaviors of men and women who accomplish much more than the average person in their personal and business lives. Focal Point starts with a question: why are some people more successful and effective than others? Focal Point answers this question. This program explains why and how some people accomplish